The results-driven Merrimack Valley Chamber of Commerce invites you to connect your business with 1,000 other companies just like yours, including education and workforce development, healthcare, professional services, manufacturing, retail, nonprofit, trades and vocations, hospitality, among many others, and benefit with chamber programs and services such as government affairs, energy and economic development, small business assistance, networking opportunities, women in business programs, young people in business programs, and more. We invite your business to become a starring member of the Merrimack Valley Chamber today and see what a difference this chamber will make for you. Join your community's most trusted, effective, and relevant business network connection today. The Merrimack Valley Chamber of Commerce.
Hello everyone, my name is Michael Bevilacqua and I'm the Vice President of the Merrimack Valley Chamber of Commerce. I want to welcome you all to another edition of the Merrimack Valley Chamber Means Business program. I'm here with two very special guests today. I'm here right to my left, Bill Pennington of Run for the Troops, and I'm here with my friend Brian Cannell of Norwood Insurance. So welcome to both of you today.
Well, it's a great, thanks for the invitation, and I'm here with when I met Brian for the first time, I saw him at Perry's Plate, with his two young kids, and man, that guy's a good guy.
Yeah.
He was being a dad, and I'm going, man, I got to get to know him.
Yeah,
so,
he's a
a couple of years later, here we are.
Well,
great guy.
so
So, Brian, welcome to the show as well.
yeah, we appreciate it, Mike. It's always great to be plugged in with the Merrimack Valley Chamber. You guys always do so many great events. Very happy to be here.
Well, we appreciate it. So I'm going to get kicked off right away with what exactly, and I know we had you here before, but we want to reintroduce you and tell everyone what Run for the Troops is, and then how's Norwood Insurance involved with you guys as well.
Yeah, certainly. I'll just give you the quick version. This is our 13th year of doing it, Mike, and I think we have the momentum back. We as many businesses have been hit over the head with the virus and all the impact that had on. It affected us too, but this year we're ready to rock and roll and get the numbers back up to where they were pre-COVID, which was about 3,500 people. So we're looking to do that, a lot of energy, and the demand is probably as high as ever to help our veterans. Suicide rate, as in the civilian world, is up, and in the veteran world and military world, they're up to 26 suicides a day now. So we're doing everything we can to help stem the tide there.
And just being there, just showing the veterans that people care about them when they come back. I mean, that's all it takes sometimes, correct?
Yeah, I mean, just last year, for example, this Vietnam vet who's suffering from the effects of Agent Orange was picking up his shirt. I could tell he was physically, challenged. And so I did a little, one-on-one with him, and he goes, yeah, I have some effects. I go, buddy, stay right here. And I happen to have an extra medal in my car, ran outside. Yep. I go, we're going to have a little medal ceremony. I took him off to the corner, put the medal over his head, gave him a sincere hug and thank you. Tears just flowed down his eyes because he said to me, that's the first time I've ever been thanked.
Yeah, that's all it takes sometimes to just say thank you. And that's all, all it can take, those small things add up. And this is a great program you run all the time, Run for the Troops every year. We're going to get more into how people can get involved in a minute. But I want to ask Brian, Norwood Insurance is very heavily involved with Run for the Troops. What made you and Norwood Insurance get involved with this great program?
Well, I mean, we are always trying to be more engaged in the community. As you can tell, I'm a big runner. Just kidding. But we met, Bill and I met, and I just thought it was an absolute 5-star event, and I couldn't believe it. We actually live, I'm a late bloomer, as you know. I've got 6-year-old twins, and Charlie and Caroline and my wife, Melissa, we walked down to the event, and it was amazing. The amount of people, the amount of pride, patriotism, and the amount of engagement and giving back to those who served. So it was just one of those things. I asked to be involved. He didn't ask me. I said, how do I get engaged here? What can we do? And that's about it.
No, that's great, and thank you for all your support of this great program as well, because it takes a whole community to make something like this happen. So, Bill, I want to ask you, how do people get involved? How do they get number one, be a sponsor, or how do they just get themselves involved if they're an individual?
Well, the best thing to do as a sponsor, that's probably a time-sensitive issue, so any sponsor who wants to be supportive and some sponsors just form a team, like the Merrimack Valley Chamber, which you're going to be the captain of. They're going to have their own team. Norwood Insurance has formed teams before. That's a real easy way to do it. Registration is going to open July 3rd, but as far as the sponsorship goes, you really want to get involved now, so we can give you, justification of your support for us. We do an awful lot for our sponsors, and it's a great opportunity. It's not only about the cause, which is great, but we might want to make sure it's a win-win for both of us.
Sure.
We have some great sponsors: Commonwealth Motors, Mass School of Law, Baldwin Crane. The list goes on, and it's all because I think they feel it's a win-win.
No,
and
that's
how we want to do this. It's a great cause, but also we want to make sure, it comes down to, makes sense for you business-wise too.
Well, you said giving back to such a great cause and a way to say thank you to our veterans. I mean, you can't beat that right there. And I think you also mentioned to me there's a way for people to put display tables out this year, correct?
Yeah, one thing that like I said, we want to make sure it's a win-win. So at the event itself on November 12th, Sunday morning, if any member of the chamber wants to set up any kind of booth, any kind of display, any kind of promotion, we're not going to charge you a penny. And all we ask is that you form a team, join the chamber team, come and support us. Whatever works for you. But like Norwood Insurance.
Sure.
They we don't really charge them, but they do so much behind the scenes. And they'll be there, collecting candy for our veterans and stuff like that. And they'll be giving away water bottles, and he'll be chasing his 2 children around the track there.
Yes.
And we partnership just like you do, guys. I learned a lot from watching you, how you partner with businesses, and that's what we'll do too. I mean, Oak and Iron Brewery, for example, they're going to have a beer garden there. And we work together to make sure that's a success.
So I know you do more in terms of Run for the Troops. What other events go on right around that time also? Do you have a dinner that
Yeah,
time?
we're very excited about the dinner. It'll be at the Old Town Hall. And having done the wide range of prices for dinners, I got a little tired of twisting people's arms. And I go, well, we're going to make this irresistible. We're going to bring in Texas Roadhouse, full buffet. We're going to bring in Rob Surratt, one of the most fascinating painters,
Sure.
Known around the country. He lives right in North Andover, I believe. The singing troopers coming in, and we're only charging $50. Just for the entertainment alone is worth $50.
Yep.
And we'll have a little silent auction. We'll have Oak and Irons coming in with beer and wine type of thing, and it's right downtown. And the difficult thing is we only have 100 seats for civilians. We have about 40 that we're kind of saving for the veterans, because that's what it's about. We think we will sell it out the moment it hits.
Oh, I'm sure it's such a popular event, and like you said, very affordable as well. So how can you say no to something like that? So
yeah, it's a great thing.
Brian, I want to ask you also. Bill was mentioning how you volunteer the day of the event, and you have your whole family involved. Why should people volunteer? Why should they get involved with this?
Oh gosh, I mean it's well, I guess from a standpoint as to getting out there and getting some exercise, getting a great time with good people, is a no-brainer. It's right there at the park in Andover, right by the town hall. But you get out to the event and you see the people that have been impacted, that have sacrificed life and limb in order to serve and protect our country. So anyone with any level of patriotism and pride in America and wanting to help veterans that have given up so much for us, I think right there would be a number one.
Sure.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
From a standpoint as to selfishly, it's a great event. It's a fun event. This year, Bill has tapped me with helping to get this children's road race going. So prior to the event, we're going to have, I believe at 8 a.m. before the sound runs off for all of the adult runners, we're going to have a road race for kids right up behind there along the track. We've got a lot of fun things that are going to happen there. We're going to give out medals. We're going to have them, pledge allegiance. We'll have the national anthem. We'll have all of these great things for the kids. And then, for the grown-ups, there's a lot of business networking opportunities. There's a lot of good sponsors that are there. I mean, you've got an audience of, 2,500 to 4,000 runners that are going to be there and participants. So I think from a standpoint as to why wouldn't you want to get involved is really the
makes
question.
sense though. Yeah, no, that's very well put, so thank you very much for that. Bill, for veterans at home that aren't too aware of this program yet, for people who currently, men and women who are currently serving right now that might want to be part of this program, how do they learn more? How do they get involved?
Well, give me a break here. I don't want to leave these people out because they're going to be an extraordinary and very important part of the program. Believe it or not, is the ROTC kids from Lawrence.
Okay.
They're going to do a phenomenal job just like they've always done. They're actually going to be providing safety for the route,
that's excellent.
Along with the honor guard and everything like that. But how do people find out more? It's runforthetroops5k.com. We're going to be opening up registration July 3rd, and that's the easiest thing to do. My email address is wbillpennington@gmail.com. Any sponsors or anybody with any questions, form a team. We expect huge numbers this year. The excitement and the great committee I have formed since we've been doing this 13 years. And last year, we raised over $100,000, and we think we can do that again. And one of the things we're really getting behind, all of our charities are local. Ironstone Farms is right up the street here in Andover. Homeland Heroes is right over the border in Salem. And Run the Home Base is down in Charlestown. And they all kind of work together in some capacity to help the veterans make the transition and deal with things that you and I and Brian just can't imagine. Seeing your best friend getting blown up, coming home, without any legs, and having to get back into civilian life. Like I always tell, it's their sacrifice for our freedom is what it's all about. And the least we can do is show our support. And sometimes it's not about the money we raise. Sometimes it's just that one veteran, like I mentioned before, getting thanked for the first time. And it means so much in these therapy programs we're doing supporting at Ironstone Farms with Run the Home Base. And
so it supports the local community as well.
Yeah, and the great thing is I know where the money goes. All of ours, Brian can go right over to Ironstone Farms and see what his support means.
They do an amazing job at Ironstone Farms as well. So.
And Run the Home Base are right in Charlestown. And I know everyone. I've been there, so I can, I know firsthand the great work they're doing because I've seen it firsthand.
And I want to commend you as well, both of you as well, because I know even with COVID, the past couple of years, you still had this race. You still had these programs. You didn't say no. You didn't say, you have to go somewhere else. You said, come on in. We're going to find a way to do it, and you got the job done.
Well, I was raised by a great mother who also was a fabulous Marine. And she would always say when I got a little discouraged, son, just pick up your pants and act like a Marine. And my father reinforced it. And I heard him tell this story over and over again, not only to me, but also his friends. Never forget you're an American. And the last four letters are I can. So son, as he pounded his finger into my chest, never forget that.
Yeah.
And that's, we all have faced challenges, but it's a great opportunity.
No, we're looking forward to this program this year. I know a lot of people in the community, like Brian and other sponsors, are looking forward to it as well. As we start to close out the program, anything you'd like to add? Anything else you'd like to say to the people at home about why they should get involved?
I'll just reinforce what I said 2 seconds ago. It's, because of their sacrifice, men, women, black, white, purple, gay, I don't care. They all made a sacrifice for our freedom. You can't do anything anywhere without the protection of our military. We can't leave here and walk across the street to our cars if it wasn't for the military. And the least we can do is support this.
And that protection doesn't stop either.
No.
Yeah, 24/7. So anything you'd like to add as well before we sign off on the program today?
Come on out. It's truly a great day. If you want to get involved, we're based in Groveland, Norwood Insurance, norwoodinsurance.com. You'll see promotions / run for the troops. We'll have videos up there about the event that you can see. We'll have redirects to send you right over to Run for the Troops 5K. And we've got a team that will be promoting. They'll see that in some of the local markets with our own TV commercials. For people that want to come in and join our team, we're happy to even pay for them to have them on the team. If they'd like to come in, if they'd like to donate in, we can help redirect them to where they need to be. And we're just very excited. It's a great family event. It's a simple way to say thank you to those who have sacrificed for us, and we'd love to see you there.
Well, thank you both very much. We appreciate it. We're looking forward to the program this year. I want to say thank you all for being part of another edition of the Merrimack Valley Chamber Means Business program. We look forward to seeing you next time, and we look forward to seeing you at the Run for the Troops as well. Thank you.
Thank you.